Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all enjoyed your weekend and early start to the week so far. We're back at it again with a little bit more of Tourist Bus Simulator. Now, you know, this game is a bit of hit and miss, it's a bit up and down as we're all aware, you know, but I'm currently playing on the PC version, which seems to be playing a darn sight better than what the console version is playing. So just for the sake of that, I'm going to continue on with the PC side of things. But I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining the stream. As you're aware, we're doing a little giveaway tonight. It will be announced at some point during the stream. We've got a nice little spin the wheel. So all of your names, anybody that comes into the chat, your name will automatically be entered the moment that you comment and say hello. Really. So yeah, without further ado, let's get stuck into things, shall we? There we are. What about now, assistants? Is that all good for you? Sorry about that. You know, microphones can be a little bit tedious sometimes, but I hope that's all well and good. But yeah, like I was saying, thank you all for joining the stream. We will do the spin the wheel a little bit later on in the stream, but right now we're just going to sit back, relax, do a few shuttle routes, and yeah, just go from there really. But I hope you're all doing well. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, nice 7,000 there. So that is the one that we will do. We will be rocking the Mansline Coach C 2nd Gen today. That's all good. But yeah, like I was saying, your names will be added to the spin the wheel. Now, obviously, the moment that you obviously message in the chat, I will put your name into the list on the spin the wheel, and later on this evening we will announce the winner. Oh, exciting stuff! But how's it going, Stevie, mate? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Right. Let's get this show on the road, eh? Of course it's night time. Why wouldn't it be? Oh, I better turn that off. But there we are. But I hope all of you have had a pretty decent week so far. Mine's not been too bad. Finally got the decorating sorted out, and I got a load of goodies today. New keyboard, new mouse, everything like that. So it's all in preparation for making the stream a little bit better. Also going to be ordering some head tracking as well, which will make the streaming for simulation games so much easier. But yeah, it's been pretty good so far. Like, what are you doing? I'm not gonna go because I know what they're like. They just jump out at you, don't they? Ah, nice one, Stevie. Nice one. Well, I'm glad you can make it to the stream, mate. Glad you can make it. Nice and steady does it. But hopefully all the volume is okay for you guys. You can hear me loud and clear. Get this show on the road. Yeah, the sightseeing stuff, it pays quite well, Sim Racer, but you know, it's a decent way of making a good profit, that's for sure. Hiring the tour guides as well. But yeah, the for the giveaway there'll be a choice, either for Xbox or PlayStation. I was going to include PC, but I know that not everybody's got PC, so I just wanted to keep it fair. So it'll just be Xbox and PlayStation. I look forward to announcing the winner a little bit later on. Like I say, there is a spin the wheel, so you will see that live. I spent the majority of the afternoon trying to trying to figure out how to set it all up. Not very tech savvy, you see, so you know, but I managed to get it working, which is absolutely fantastic. So you know, at least you guys can see the you know, real time winner on the screen, which I think is pretty cool. Ah, nice one, assistants, nice one. Well, good luck to you, ma'am. You know, it's very very rare that people pass first time, if I'm honest, but you know, some people do it. I think the first time round, nerves just get the better of you, you know, but just try and go in there as cool as you can. Cool as a cucumber, as they say. I appreciate that, Sim Racer. Yeah, well, the idea was to do a giveaway when I hit 100 subs. I'm actually at 148 now. It took off a lot faster than what I thought it would, and during that period of time, I just had so much going on that I wasn't able to actually do it. So, you know, now that I'm actually able to do it, it's great. I feel really, really good for being able to give back to you guys. You know, your support, everything has been phenomenal. You know, your messages, your comments. You know, it really does go a long way. It really does, and I try and read and comment back and help you guys out as much as I possibly can with anything I can, really. But I appreciate you all being here and spending your evenings with me. Yes, Stevie. So a wheel of names. So it's just a standard spin the wheel. I can type people's names into it, and I just click spin, and whoever it lands on, it announces a winner. Which I think is pretty decent. But like I said, it'll be down to your choice, really. Whoever the winner is, it'll be down to you whether you want it for the Xbox or for PlayStation. Exactly, like the Wheel of Fortune. The suspense, eh? But no, I've been catching up with this game a little bit more now. I feel a little bit more secure with this PC version. Um, it's definitely running a lot better. It's a lot smoother, and I haven't ran into any technical issues yet. I even I made a complete mess of my employees earlier, and I was expecting, you know, in that instance, you would expect some form of technical issue with the GPS and everything on the console version, and it didn't do it for the PC, which is it's really nice that that doesn't happen. It's a shame that consoles aren't quite there yet, but I'm sure that time will come. And thanks, assistance man. Yeah, it's a really nice bus actually. I was in the comfort class, but I just didn't like the way the bus handled. It was almost as if there was too much like body roll. It was like driving a boat. But yeah, I mean, like I say, with this channel, I started it up in the hopes of creating a community and facilitating a space where like-minded people can come in, chat, and we can discuss, you know, anything sim related in a bit more of a mature manner, you know, and obviously get together and you know, game. It's essentially it, really. I did start my channel back 8-9 months ago. I made a couple of videos, but I wasn't too confident on using my voice. And then one day I just thought, you know what, screw it, I'll do it. And now it comes as second nature. But I never thought when I started this channel I had like 3 subscribers. You know, it was a couple of friends and my partner. And that was pretty much it, and I didn't really see much hope in it, if I'm honest. And then I decided, you know what, I'll go for it, make it, and obviously I got the camera for the wheel and everything just really took off, you know, and thanks to you guys, you know, it's been an absolute pleasure making these videos, making these tutorials, you know, and live streaming and chatting with you all. So once again, I thank you all, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, I'm not going to get soppy on you, but it's definitely been helping me in regards to mental health. You know, you guys' comments and things. You know, it's really nice. So, you know, it's something which I never thought would happen, but yet here we are. So. Ah, nice one, Sim Racer. Yeah. Well, the thing is, right, you know, there's a lot of issues happening at different times, different platforms as well. Um, you know, it's hard to really pinpoint, but the majority of the issues, a vast majority of people are all experiencing, minus a few. I've seen people actually not be able to load the game, which is really bad. And I'm not really sure what would cause that, but you know, you would have to obviously go through all the necessary steps to try and get it working again. But the console versions of this game, they're absolutely beautiful, visually stunning, you know, and they do run pretty decently. The only downside to it, like I say, is all the technical issues which collectively ruin the game, essentially. I appreciate that, Stevie. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't know, like, when I first started, I was like, where do I go? What do I do? You know, what do I even talk about? More or less to the point. But naturally, it just comes over time. I try and be as enthusiastic as I can, but at the same time, I say it how it is, you know, and I think you've got to in a situation like this. There are a lot of YouTubers out there which don't use their their backing, their following, to actually, you know, change things. And I know I'm a small channel, and you know, my voice probably won't be heard, and that's absolutely fine. It's just something that I've accepted. But I hope that one day I get to a position where, you know, my verdict, my voice actually means something towards these games, and hopefully the developers and everyone actually listen. No, Stevie, actually. I suffer with severe anxiety. I'm actually high functioning, believe it or not. I work in the security industry, the SIA, in the real world. Um, I do lots of festivals. You know, I've done so many festivals, I've lost count. Um, but for somebody that's not very good at talking, and somebody that suffers with really bad anxiety, um, some would say I'm in the wrong job. But when I'm in the moment, it naturally takes over. If that makes any sense. Other than that, I'm an absolute mess. Panic attacks, the lot, quite frequent. You know, so it's quite bizarre actually that I'm able to sit here and talk like this, if I'm honest. Yeah, that's it, Stevie. You do get used to it. I think it's just the initial, I don't know, it's the initial hurdle. You can't quite bring yourself to do it. You've just got to kind of force yourself. And I respect those that can just get on with it, you know. Oh, nice one, assistance. I mean, I know quite a few people that joined the police, joined the force, and all that. Um, and believe it or not, a lot of it is voluntary. At the beginning, the early days, you can spend an awful lot of time, couple of years actually, with voluntary work. That's probably your best way of actually getting your foot in the door. Believe it or not. You know, and if you're passionate about it and it's something that you really want to do, it doesn't matter, does it? You know. But no, good luck to you, man. Like I say, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's quite admirable, really, considering the world that we live in today. You know, some would say, is it really worth the money? But, you know, if you're passionate about it, money doesn't come into it, does it? Yeah, I was gonna say, Stevie's right there, assistants. You know, keep that license intact. You know, don't lose it before you got it. Oh, sorry, sorry, assistant. Sorry, sim racer. This is the man, um, second gen. Yeah, it's quite a decent bus. Smooth as well. Which I can't really complain about. You know, and it's reasonably priced as well. That's another good factor. You know, I actually need to take it into the spray shop and get it all looking nice, because I haven't changed it from its standard orange colour yet. Yeah, Sim Racer. The BB40 is a fantastic little bus. You know, that bus encourages me to drive like an idiot. You just want to rag it around all over the place. You know, it's definitely one of those sort of like touristy, banged up buses, isn't it? That you get on and you just whiz around the island. Ah, nice one, assistant. Definitely not an easy task. Yeah, that's a bit of a dodgy one, that Sim Racer. To be honest, I've had a few issues like that myself. I've also had issues with the mechanics as well. I don't book a I don't book a bus in for repair, yet it tells me that I've missed it and it's rewarded me 40,000 euros, which is, you take it, but it shouldn't happen. But yeah, like I was saying, there's a lot of bugs which go on at different times. It's definitely a mixed bag. You'll get a few people complaining about one thing, um, and a couple of people may not have that bug. You know, so it's like they can have one but not the other. You know, there's always somebody experiencing something new, which is it's just absolutely bizarre. Like, because at the end of the day, you're all running on the same sort of versions. I mean, I know that Xbox haven't quite caught up yet with the whole luggage update. As to when that's coming, nobody really knows. Would like to say that I knew, but I don't. You know, another thing as well with this giveaway, I was going to put the code in 2 halves in the chat, but then I thought that, you know, somebody could come in, they could grab it and only be here for 2 minutes, you know, or a bot could come and grab it as well, and I just didn't want that to happen. So I tried my best to get something else sorted out for it to work, because that's all it really come down to. Yeah, it's crazy, Sim Racer. It's crazy. I don't understand why it happens. You know, I mean, there's obviously triggers for these issues, and we can try our absolute best to kind of minimize that risk, but at the same time, you know, it doesn't completely go away. It's not an absolute guarantee. Which is why I never say, like, things like, you know, this is definitely going to be able, definitely going to be able to play this game now without worrying about your save corrupting, because that's just, you know, that's something that you can't really determine. But yeah, guys, welcome to all the new people that have just joined. So if you speak in the chat, it basically just gives you an entry into the wheel. I'll put your name in, and you know, and then I'll announce it a little bit later on in the stream. Well, I think that's everybody. But what are you all up to anyway? What have you all got going on? Got any plans for the holidays? Anybody doing anything interesting, exciting? Well, I'm pretty much full. But, you know, better safe than sorry. Right. That's all fueled up. Ready to go. Believe it or not, I was actually playing the PS5 version of this earlier, and I managed to get myself stuck in a bit of an animation. It's the first time that it's ever happened to me. But I was refueling, and I finished refueling, but the pump sound effect just kept playing. Even when I'd come out of the fuel station, it was still playing. Thankfully, I only had one more stop to go, but it was one of those sounds where it was so annoying that I was glad that it was over, you know. Well, damn, man. Well, I hope you've enjoyed your time off anyway. Make the most of it. Time definitely flies, doesn't it? But I've been looking into a few more simulators, a few more bus simulators as well. There is a game called the Bus Simulator. I looked at it on Steam, but the reviews weren't great for it, so I think I might give that one a miss for the moment. Yeah, sim racer. I mean, with me, all of my days, all of my weeks and everything just merge all into one. Wake up in the morning, go make myself a cup of coffee and end up putting the kettle in the fridge. No, 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 it's not called the bus. It's just called the Bus Simulator. I looked at it because it was on sale, but I think it's got a very sort of similar backstory to what these games have got. You know, there's a lot of potential there, but it's a bit of a buggy mess. I mean, I'm not too sure what's going on really with all these simulation games at the moment. They all seem to be coming out in a very, very sort of like fragile state. Yeah, it is on PC, Sim Racer. It's actually on sale at the moment.
Hola.
Some of the animation, some of the voice as well, the dialogue for these passengers, it's very questionable. One of them sounded like Siri, you know, earlier on. I was like, no way. Yeah, I mean, this is it, isn't it? I mean, how do you really take it, you know? Don't get me wrong, I love the fact that consoles are getting more and more simulation games as time goes on. But the thing is, the majority of them that have been released, they aren't very good. They aren't decent, or they have a lot of potential, but yet they you know, like this game, you just got too many issues, too many technical issues, which kind of let it all down. But the gaming industry as a whole, it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? They've all got a bit of a hidden agenda. Well, to be honest with you, they don't actually hide it. You know, they try and subtly ram microtransactions or stupidly priced DLCs in your face. But it won't be too long of a stream tonight, guys. You know, I'm going to chuck a few routes in. I won't keep you all waiting too long. I just want to get a few routes in, do a little bit of the shuttle services, and then we'll get stuck into it. I mean, in an ideal world, I hope that there is an update before September. It would be very bad if they don't do anything before September. I mean, I think we've compiled a lot of evidence in regards to the state of the game, its technical issues, its bugs, and I think now it's kind of come to a point where, you know, something definitely needs to be done now. I think that the player base are starting to get to that point where they're just getting, you know, stupidly fed up, and rightfully so, rightfully so. Yeah, Sim Racer, like I say, you know, I wasn't actually going to buy this for the second time. But obviously the beauty about PC is you can find other sites, you know, to get cheap keys and all that kind of stuff. So it came to me, and I thought, you know what, I'll just give it a go, see what it's like, see if it runs any better. And I mean, so far so good. I just find it very difficult to understand how they can have because as you can see, it's relatively decent, you know, it's working fine, but I just don't understand how you can lose that in translation when porting it over. You know, it's very I mean, I'm no computer programmer by all means, but at the end of the day, you know, you want to at least get these things right before even attempting to move anything across. You know, that's the sad reality of it. I'm afraid, and to charge people £25 for it as well. Excuse me. Yeah, this is all it boils down to, Sim Racer, and at the end of the day, um, it the developers, they are so, I don't even know how to categorize it, to be honest, but they 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 perfectly, they perfectly accept the fact that if this game does not work, they don't care because they've already got your money. That's the point. And I think people like Microsoft and Sony really need to kind of dial in and hone in on these developers, and kind of like, widen the goalposts a little bit more, because they get away with far too much. Some of these companies, they're getting away with like daylight robbery, and that's exactly what it is. I mean, I appreciate the fact that not everybody's made of money, and £25 to spend on a game that you can't actually play properly, and then trying to fight for a refund, it's horrible.
Mahlzeit.
It might. I mean, that's one way of looking at it, Sim Racer. Yeah, it could potentially be. And no, it's not good for future releases. But I mean, the one game which really is the pinnacle of everything that's going on right now is On the Road. There are still people, clutching straws to that game, and I respect them for doing it, because I mean, if it wasn't for people like that, then nothing would be ever fixed or addressed, But it's been so long now. Yeah, there ain't no way I'm getting past that. Go on. Go on. Oh, I'm gonna like ride that curb. Oh, and then the moment I move, he moves as well. Thank you, mate. Thanks for stopping, whilst I take out every single store along the way. Come on. There we go. At least we got it through. I'm not gonna bash On the Road, because there's something about the game that always brings me back to playing it. And sometimes it's just the simplicity of, how the game operates, because it does exactly what it says on the tin, really. But yet again, it falls into the same sort of category when it comes to issues, and it's got some really bad ones as well. I mean, how many simulation games have you got to make before you get the AI right? Because this company, the developer, they use a lot of already existing assets across a lot of their games, and they're just trying to do it on the sly and as cheap as they can. There's no passion. Yeah, the sound of breaking cloud, but there's no passion. I would love to be the fly on the wall when it comes to them actually, like, coming up with suggestions and ideas for their new games. Like what the thought process is and the things that they discuss. Because if I think they was to do more live streams on the matter, I think they would be shooting themselves in the foot a bit.
Hey.
Allô.
You know, I mean, anyone that's bought on the road and then bought this, you gotta understand their hands have been burnt once before, you know, and they've taken a gamble buying this game, and when they come on to find out that the game is in a very similar state, you know, it is so disheartening. Personally, I'm a bit 50-50 with these things because I do enjoy them for what they are. And when you buy these games, that's exactly what you have to do. You just have to play them for what they are, you know, because at the end of the day, we can all have a moan and a rant at the things we would like to be changed. And yes, there should be stability fixes and patches and bugs removed over a period of time, but you know, this is what I mean. There's no communication behind the scenes. They just like to pass the buck, really. But if you go on to, if you actually go onto Steam and look for Tourist Bus and look at the reviews, you go back a couple years ago, the reviews from a couple of years ago for the PC version are very, very similar in terms of context for the current state that the console versions are in. And I found that extremely interesting, because a lot of the issues which resided in this PC version a couple of years ago are the predominant issues which are causing a lot of problems with the current versions on the consoles. So it seems like they've just ported over an older version of the game for the probably for the sake of just the basics being able to function and work correctly.
Servus.
Because in the console version there's a lot of stuff missing.
Hey.
I mean, for instance, the passengers don't greet you on consoles like they do on the PC. And there's a lot of settings which are obviously on the PC as well. All of those settings, in fact, there is no reason as to why they can't be on console versions. Yeah, Sim Racer, Hell Let Loose. If you ever play like Call of Duty or Battlefield, and you go in thinking that it's exactly like that, you can forget about it. literally. It is so intense. There's no settings to adjust. There's nothing. There's no field of view, anything like that. There's no scopes on the weapons. It's just absolute chaos. It's hardcore, right down to the bare bones, boots on the ground, theatres of war. If you wanna actually look at how intense it is, go onto YouTube and just type in like a sort of like a kill compilation of all like infantry kills or stuff like that, and you see how realistic the animations are and how the bodies ragdoll when you shoot them. It's crazy. And for it being a free game for the PS5 as well, a little while ago, it's 100% worth it. In fact, it's one of those games which I wouldn't mind there being more DLC, because I wouldn't mind paying for it. Yeah, Sim Racer, like I say, like if you ever do decide to get it, and you're on the PS5 as well, which is a bonus, we can always squad up and do a stream on that if you wanted. I'm all for it, playing with others is exactly what I want to do. But honestly, you will not regret it if you buy that game. Full price and all. I'd buy it full price. COD is just the same stuff all the time. In fact, the last Call of Duty which I actually enjoyed was World at War. I played some of the others, but maybe it's just my nostalgia goggles which are on. But I don't know. Those games just tend to hit different back then. Oh yeah, yeah, Jack. Yeah, I used to watch Jack Frags play it as well. In fact, he's the main reason why I actually started playing it. When it became free on the PlayStation Store, I was all over it. Nice one, man. Nice one. Yeah, I like to use the MG42, Hitler's bone saw. That thing is an absolute powerhouse, and it's as equally threatening just by the sound as well. Like, that somebody is firing an MG. You can hear it for ages away. And the German side, you get green tracer rounds with the LMGs, and the American side, you get red tracers. So during the course of a battle, you have 50v50, and you get caught up in the middle of it, and you got a perfectly placed MG somewhere. He can ruin your day. See, now I hate it when they stop there like that, because he has the right of way. I've got to stop. Yeah, no worries, Sim Racer. Not a problem, man. What I'll do is I'll drop my gamer tag in the chat in a moment, and anybody that wants to add me on PlayStation, you can by all means. More the merrier. But I'll be able to, you know, teach you a few things, show you the ropes. And for anybody else, for that matter, if anybody else in the chat plays Hell Let Loose and is interested in squadding up, you know, just let us know. Bit off topic, I know, but it's all good here. We talk about, you know, anything and everything. But welcome all, and yeah, like I say, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to all the new subscribers as well. Thank you for joining the live stream. Yeah, the thing is, Sim Racer, it don't really matter, to be honest, because at the end of the day, you know, gaming's gaming for me. You know, squeakers don't really last that long in Hell Let Loose. I think they actually get told to go back to Fortnite, actually. And that's no hate towards anybody, you know, that's obviously got a high-pitched voice. We've all been there. The Viking platoon. Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with that game. There are some people that take it too seriously. A lot of people, they like to form these milsim groups, and they take everything over the top, in my opinion. Now, when they see a bunch of level 1s join, the veteran players, as they like to call themselves, get a little bit upset because there's a few roles which are obviously extremely important when it comes to the game, and the most of the time when people join, they don't really focus too much on the role. They kind of focus a little bit too much on the weapons which the role gives, and they don't fulfill their role within the game. Now, like the engineer and the support classes, they're very important. But there's a lot of people that don't obviously don't play the objective really, and that's what it's all about, just playing the objective. Communication is absolutely everything. You know, if you don't talk in game and work as part of a team, then you may as well just give up. But it's good that they do free weekends anyway. In fact, I was actually going to get it for the PC over the weekend, but I never got round to it.
Moin.
Salut.
Oh, it's a steep learning curve, Sim Racer. Steep learning curve. You will die a lot. But yeah, guys, if you want to be entered in this giveaway, I will be closing the entries in the next 9 minutes. So if you want to be entered in have a chance to win yourself a Xbox or PlayStation code, then say hello in the chat and I will add you to the Wheel of Fortune, as they call it. Now I can assure you, it's not going to be anything exciting. The announcer winner sound is, very cheesy, but it does the job. But I just want to make sure that I've got everybody in that wants to participate. Yeah, Sim Racer, we call them bushwookies. To be honest with you, it doesn't really matter what you do on that game, as long as you play the objective and you're actively keeping the enemy back or attacking, then it don't really matter. As long as you're actively helping towards the fight, then it doesn't really bother me. I quite like going on the artillery. "137 kills is my highest kill count in a game on artillery. It is actually a trophy to get 100 kills with artillery, and I got it in one game, which is pretty sweet. I can't say I've heard of that, Sim Racer.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Fingerbus. Yeah, I mean, all in all, it's a pretty solid game. It's not for everybody. Ah, I see. Well, when you go on to Hell Let Loose, um, now don't take this the wrong way if there's any Americans listening here, but there are a lot of American people that like to scream and shout. They are constantly screaming and shouting, giving orders, yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir, taking it the full like 9 yards, you know. And then you get some British people that think they're, you know, in the SAS. You know, you got a man talking like this, over the wall, mate, over the wall, go, go, go. You know, Bravo 6, going dark. You know, that's what some people do. You know, and then there's me sat in the corner with my gun, wondering which direction to run in. Or you get that one guy that's running around for a solid like 45 minutes asking everybody if they've got ammo, and he's just, you know, being ignored. Just running around with no ammo. Do you know, believe it or not, actually, I was on artillery, and the commander put down a artillery icon on the map, and he wanted a smoke barrage, so I was firing smoke where he wanted me to, and I had an American guy run up to me screaming, shouting at me, uh, telling me not to continue to fire smoke, because apparently I was aiding the enemy, um, even though I was in a communication chat on comms with the commander. At that point he was telling me to continue, and the guy got all upset and he shot me. So, you know, you do get your characters on there. Now, bearing in mind the artillery is a little bit out of the way, so the fact that the guy comes over to me, screams at me, and tells me that I'm aiding the enemy, even though that he shouldn't have been there anyway, he should have been following the objective. So not only was he having a go at me for not doing anything, but he was stood there not doing anything himself, and then he shot me. Then he shot me, you know, and you know, apparently I was aiding the enemy. But it is what it is. How's it going, Venom Man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. what I'll do actually is I shall and type your. So we got that, we got that, we got that. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely gives a fantastic feeling. The problem is like there's no real sort of like idea of a time scale as to how long these nights actually last. You know, I mean, of course you can look at the time, but I don't know. It'd be nice if you could adjust the day and night cycles. Be nice if there was a few sort of like options like some other bus games have, you know, being able to adjust certain things, or whether you, I mean, being able to turn bus maintenance off would actually be a really nice feature to have, because I think that's the only tedious element which I don't like doing. Well, this is officially the 100 subscriber giveaway, and we have just hit 150 subscribers. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much for subscribing as well. Oh, nice one, Sim Racer. Yeah, yeah, it's a pretty solid bus, if I'm honest. It definitely doesn't feel like you're driving a boat, that's for sure. No, no, Stevie, I haven't. I have seen a few bus simulator games on there, and there are a few that have kind of caught my eye. But you know, some of the games they don't really look the part. They may play the part, but there's a certain element, you know, visually for me, that I like to see. You know, for fuel depletion, you know, stuff like that. It definitely adds to the immersion of things. But customizing your apartment, yeah, that side of things to me just doesn't really make much sense. Yeah, you can customize your apartment, but you're never going to spend any time in it. So, I mean, I played Bus Sim 18, um, and that was an absolute nightmare. But yeah, Sim Racer is right. You can turn off the ticket system, which is an absolute godsend, because I didn't like it either. No, you say that, Sim Racer. Neither have I.
Night sight.
Neither have I.
Hello there.
Hola.
Like I said, I think the apartment side of things is completely unnecessary. definitely a waste of resources there. It could have been used to improve, you know, existing features that really need work. But what I do here, if you ever get fed up of like pulling into a bus stop and then traffic not letting you out, so what I do is I try and park my bus like halfway onto that marker, because your bus protrudes the road. So yeah, it does hold up traffic, but it means that you can get out. Yeah, I think Bus Sim 18, it did a very, very good job. It may not have looked the part. I mean, the graphics weren't too bad. Don't get me wrong. Like I've played worse, but I mean, like, for what it was, it did a very good job. I'm not entirely sure, Stevie, if I'm honest. I'll definitely put it to the test. I'm fairly confident they do, but I think the AI that I don't think they're that intelligent, if I'm honest. I mean, they're a darn sight better than what they are in On the Road, that's for sure. I mean, they just don't care. You're in their way, they'll ram you off the road. Like you'll be going down the autobahn, and you may be going about, you know, like 10, 15 kilometers under the speed limit, and you'll just get a car just ram you off the road because they're set on a track. They just barge you. But I have been meaning to give Bus Sim 21 a go. I'm just not sure. I don't really like the idea of having to plot your own routes. So what I like about Tourist Bus so much is the routes already exist. You've just got to accept the orders. I may give Bus Sim 21 a go. It depends. Oh yeah, Stevie, on American Truck and Euro Truck, the AI are extremely intelligent. They will let you out. Euro Truck Sim 2, though, looks absolutely fantastic. To be honest with you, I think it looks better than American Truck, if I'm honest. But I downloaded the Sims 4 today for the PC. My partner likes playing those sorts of games, and I installed a few questionable mods. I don't know if any of you guys are aware of what I'm talking about, but yeah, there are some very, very questionable things in that game. But I do enjoy playing The Sims as well. I've spent a lot of time in, you know, those games. See, that's interesting. That's interesting. So, Sim Racer, you find Bus Sim 21 quite boring, but Stevie, You think the complete opposite. Be very interesting to hear what you guys actually have to say about it. I mean, Sim Racer, what is it that puts you off? What is it that's boring for you when it comes to playing Bus Sim 21? And obviously, Stevie, what are the selling points for you? What do you enjoy about it the most? But I think this is probably going to be the only route that I actually do, because it's extremely lengthy. Not sure how many stops I've got. But is it any different to Bus Sim 18 in regards to sorting out routes? Because even though that they were tedious, they were still manageable. You know, it was very clear on where you had to kind of link different areas together. It wasn't a difficult task, but it was very, I don't know, it was tedious in my opinion. I feel like if they had had set routes, you know, or you could work as an employee rather than an employer. There's a lot of games like that these days, you know, that, you know, build your own company. Well, why not introduce a way of working for an in-game company that already exists, and you just get set routes that you have to drive, and you earn a wage. Then that would make buying an apartment more sense. You know, then you can go home, you know, you could eat, you could shower, you could do all your, you know, all your basic bits, and then get to your shift on time.
Hello.
Yeah, force feedback was strong in 18. Yeah, the dialogue, the passengers' conversations are extremely cheesy in my opinion. Yeah, that's it, Stevie. It was a bit clunky, but you're right. It did work. Yeah, I think it was extremely underrated assistance, Bus Sim 18. Definitely questionable as well how they managed to go from something that worked really well to then kind of messing it up in a way in 21. I mean, I've read a few reviews regarding that matter, and it always comes back to the same thing. It's like, well, why did they change it? Like, it was a bit of a missed opportunity. Yeah, Sim Racer, but I think you've got to complete the Bus Sim 21 campaign, I think, before you can unlock the 18 map. like I say, guys, those that are new here, you know, like and subscribe, turn that bell notification on. Like I say, I cover this game quite a lot and other sim games too. So if there's something you're interested in, then obviously stick around for it. There's plenty more to come. Believe it or not, Sim Racer, that was actually what stopped me from buying this game initially. Was the fact that there wasn't wheel support at the beginning. Then all of a sudden, you know, it's here, and I'm glad it is. I'm glad that it didn't take as long as what On the Road did. They must have ironed a few things out in order to be able to get it working, you know. You might have to double check that, Sim Racer. I mean, but either way, like with the simulation games that I've got currently, you know, American Truck, Euro Truck, Tourist Bus, Foreign Bus, you know, I don't really think I need to add another bus game to my list. Maybe something which, you know, I consider in the future. You know, if it drops down in price by quite a bit, you know, just like Bus Sim 18, you know, that dropped ridiculously low. Yeah, roadkill or a few drunk locals, one of the two. Ah, no worries, man. Yeah, see now, Grid Legends. That was a missed opportunity, wasn't it? Who in the right mind releases Grid Legends around the same time as Gran Turismo 7? That's a failed marketing scheme and a half, isn't it? We definitely need a lot more simulation games on consoles, though. Not so much busing and trucking, but you know, we need some other bits and pieces too. Bit of a variety. You know, we've mentioned taxi simulators before. You know, we do have a few police simulators, but they're atrocious, so I wouldn't even touch them. We do have a taxi sim, but yet again, same story. Just be nice to get something that you could kind of sink your teeth into, you know? Yeah, it's definitely more on the arcade side of things, isn't it? Sim Racer. Oh, nice one, Stevie. Yeah, I've actually got Lawn Mowing Sim for the PS5. That game is not too bad, but in small doses, obviously. Yeah. You get like a Amazon delivery driver sim. Yeah. Then they'd never get their parcels, would they? It would be cool to see something like a shipping container, like a cargo ship sim. You know, you go from like port to port, transporting like oil and all that kind of stuff. That would be pretty cool. In a very similar style as to what like American truck and Euro truck are like, except like on the water. I think that'd be pretty nice. Yeah, most people have got that, Stevie. It's just called getting up and going to work. Yeah, I agree with you, Sim Racer. Yeah, I play Assetto Corsa Competizione quite a bit, but I'm not good enough to stream it. I mean, Dirt 5 was quite a good one as well. But yeah, I quite like the idea of like a cargo ship logistical game, simulation game. Do you know what, Stevie? In fact, streaming and racing is not the hardest part. Um, it's actually trying to do it all whilst reading the chat at the same time. You know, now with these sim games, I've just gotten used to it. You know, like I look down and read the chat. But when you're in like a fast-paced sort of game, it's very difficult to do that. And I find that neglecting what people are saying is extremely damaging for your for the streamer. Plus, I like engaging with you guys, and if I was to, you know, stream racing, then there wouldn't really be much interaction. No, I haven't tried Truck and Logistics Simulator. No, no, it's made by the same people as this, isn't it? Um, I'm pretty sure it's like Aerosoft or TML. I can't remember which one it is, but oh, is it like a PC only at the moment? I'll have a look into it anyway. I'll see what it's about. You might be able to find it on one of those sites, Stevie. I mean, you've got CD keys, but there's also another one as well. I think it's like G2A as well. That's that's another good site to use. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that it's Fabian and his minions. Yeah, if it's not on a sale on Steam, then I'll definitely look elsewhere. I've just got myself into a habit of doing that, because you'd be surprised at some of the prices for these games. You know, this game's 27. I think it's 27.99 or £27, something like that, on Steam. Tourist Bus. I picked it up for a tenner. Yeah, Sim Racer. I'll probably. Do you know what? I'll probably end up streaming Hell Let Loose at some point tomorrow. Yeah, that's the bit that gets me. The games publisher, and they've used the Unity engine as well. I think Aerosoft, they just need to invest in using a better engine. Oh, how's it going, Juan? Welcome to the stream, man. There we are. Yeah, assistance. Truck driver. I mean, where do you even start with that game? Also, the bloke, the spokesman or whatever his name is, Martin, that does the whole Sedesco time. He's now left the company. He's moved on to bigger and better things. You know, probably don't want to deal with the flack of this upcoming DLC that's supposed to be, you know, coming soon. Oh yeah, British Ace, yeah. Yeah, I've watched some of his train sim videos. Right, that's all that done. Well, if I go to the map, and let's go back to the office. Yeah. Yeah, Juan, but the thing is that it may not have got an update since September 2020, but it's still running in a much better state than what the console versions is, so... Right. Let's quickly save my game. That's all done. Let's have a look and see how much money we've made. We've got 343,000, which is not too bad. All my buses seem to be in fairly good nick, I suppose. But yeah, I think they did take a dive. I don't know. To be honest with you, back when I was getting into all of my simulation games, I took a gamble on Truck Driver, but I didn't know whether I wanted to buy Truck Driver or On the Road. And in the end, ended up buying both. And toward the end of their life cycle, so to speak, I wish I bought neither. Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, Juan. Because they both offer very good things. I mean, the PS5 is still a very, very solid piece of kit. And you've got to think of the exclusives which you get for console. So that's a very tough one. It depends what he wants to use or what he wants to play on PC, I suppose. I mean, if he's planning on going down the simulation route, then it would have to be PC all day long. Um, but if he's into his first-person shooters and stuff like that, to be completely honest with you, most games now they're running at a solid 60 frames, you know, and that is a kind of a nice sweet spot anyway for gaming. So that's a very very tough. That's a very very tough question to answer because I own both. So obviously it's nice to have the privilege of both. But if he's contemplating buying one or the other, I would have to say it would be PC just to save the headache in the long run. It would definitely have to be a PC. And it's probably more accessible as well at the moment, getting a PC, than what it is a PS5. Yeah, PC then, Juan. If that's the way to go, it would definitely have to be PC. But anyway, let's. Yeah, that's it. I love my PS5 too. In fact, some games I prefer to use the controller with. I know that some games are, you can play with controller on the PC, but I don't know. Sometimes I just like the simplicity of just loading it up and sitting down, chilling out, and doing what I need to do. I mean, but yeah, guys, like I said, thank you all so much for joining the stream. It's been massively appreciated. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Like I say, it's unmatched. I can't thank you guys enough. But now we're gonna get into the whole spin the wheel. So brace yourselves. So the idea of this, so whoever wins this, I'll just state this now. Whoever wins this gets to choose between Xbox or PlayStation. Now, whoever wins, whatever platform you decide to pick, if you add me on whichever console you decide to choose, I will send you your code through that. I'm not going to put it into the chat because of bots, etc. And I just really don't think it's fair. Not everybody's as fast these days as using computers and trying to there's some quick people in here, I would imagine, snap the code up straight away. So yeah, I just thought it'd be much fairer just to stick you all in a wheel. Stick you all. Anyway, and yeah, we'll basically go from there. So like I say, guys, I really appreciate it. But let's switch on over. Hopefully you guys can see that. I've got your names in there. Obviously, this is a final chance for anybody that obviously wants to be entered in, but those are the names that I have so far. So I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes to say hello, comment, whatever, into the chat. We'll go from there. Yeah, like mice in a wheel. Like mice in a wheel. But as you can see, we have Sim Racer, we have Kate, we have Stevie, Assistants, we have Amir, Venom, and Juan. Is Amir still here? Are you still here, Amir? Ah, KM2. Welcome to the stream. Here we go. No worries, no worries. Well, I've added you anyway, just for the sake of it. Okay, so I am giving away either an Xbox or PlayStation code, voucher code. Whoever wins this gets to choose, obviously, which one they want based on the platform they are on. Whoever wins will add you on whichever platform you decide to choose, and I will send you the code that way. So I just want to make sure that everybody's clear on that. But anyway, guys, here we go. Good luck, everyone. As they say, DJ, spin that shit now. Right, here we go. Well, hey, we have a winner. Juan, congratulations, my friend. If you let me know what console you want the code for, and then we can go from there. No, it's not Kate. So what I'll do is I will, um, well, that depends if Juan is still here. I'll give you a couple minutes to reply, Juan, and obviously, if you don't reply, then I'll have to spin again. I don't I don't know if he's still here or not. Yeah, guys, I don't actually think he's still here. Oh, I could have give you a drum roll, I suppose. Yeah, I just thought I'd just chuck it in. But I don't actually think that I don't actually think that Juan is here. Obviously, you have to give him a little bit of time, but right, guys. I mean, sadly, I don't think Juan's here, which is a real shame. But I guess we're gonna have to. I guess we're gonna have to spin again. Well, as Juan isn't here, um, unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to spin again. That's just the way it is because I need to get information from people. So I'm just gonna spin again, but I'll do the drum roll. How bad is that? We'll spin it again. Where hey. Look at that. I'm ever so sorry, Juan, if you watch this, but we needed somebody to respond straight away. But congratulations, Stevie. I know that you're here, man. You've won the code. So if you let me know which platform you want the code for, we can sort it out and go from there, man. Yeah, congratulations, Stevie, man. Nice one, man. If you send me your gamer tag, he's on SNES. If you send me your gamer tag in the chat, I will add you and get you your code as soon as possible. You know, but like I say, guys, thank you all so much for coming in and you know, just showing so much support. There will be more giveaways um, later down the line, so stay tuned for that. But this is the best way that I thought I could give back to you guys, so it is massively appreciated. That is a that is a gamer tag and a half. That is a gamer tag and a half. But no worries, Stevie. Like I said, man, congratulations. And I will add you. Yeah, that's not a problem, Stevie. That's not a problem, man. But we will add to that. Now I just have to type in the long old name. Yes, Kate, go for it. Do you have a little pink um a little pink like bunny as your gamer picture? I think that's you anyway. So what I'll do is I'll just send you a request. But no worries, guys. Like I say, it's massively appreciated. Thank you all for coming in once again. I will be back at it again tomorrow. But until next time, guys, like I say, stay safe, take it easy.